tomorrow marks 1 year since devastating storms and flooding swept across Texas, claiming the lives of more than 130 people. And those storms hit close to home in the Concho Valley. The body of 62-year-old Tanya Berwick was found on July 5th, 1 day after she was reported missing and several blocks from where her vehicle was found. Berwick worked at the Walmart Neighborhood Market on Sherwood Way in San Angelo. After learning about her death, Berwick's work colleagues took to Facebook, writing in part, quote, "Her dedication, warmth, and spirit touched so many of us over the years," end quote. We now turn our focus to the heroic men and women who braved the powerful floodwaters on that fateful day. We spoke with one first responder who saw firsthand not only the devastation the storms brought to West Texas, but also the hope he and his department brought to those in need when danger was imminent. Brandon Lopez has the story.
On Independence Day 2025, over 100 federal, state, and local organizations responded to the flooding that swept through the Lone Star State. Among those first responders were members of Dove Creek Volunteer Fire.
When I got the call from Chief Fisher early that morning, I sent out a page to our department, and we immediately had 15 members show up to start manning trucks. During
the course of the morning, Dove Creek VFD assisted other local volunteer fire departments across the area.
We began helping the San Angelo Fire Department over off of Bell and Spalding, doing high water rescues there. A couple hours later, or 30 minutes later or so, we heard a call come out for a high water rescue out in Wall. There was one victim. She was trapped in running water. Wall had 3 of their volunteers that had jumped into action immediately, began swimming out to try to get to that vehicle. They were able to make patient contact. Dove Creek came in, we tied in with Wall's fire department, and we began working on a rescue operation to try to get them from the high water vehicle back over to land to get the victim out.
The rescue was a success. The 3 Wall VFD firemen later received recognition from the state for their heroic actions that morning. And although that rescue was successful, the department saw the need for more training in the event disaster strikes again.
One of the things that event showed us was we weren't truly prepared for what could happen in the county.
Dove Creek VFD took that day to heart, spending the next year sending members to swiftwater rescue trainings as well as boat operator school for flood and lake waters. 8 members are now certified in swiftwater training. Along with that training, the department was also able to secure a water rescue boat thanks to grants and support from the community.
As you can see behind me, we now have a water rescue boat. This is the only water rescue boat in the county. So altogether, there's 3 boats now in the county. San Angelo Fire Department has multiple people that are water rescue certified. They have boat operators. So the county is now really prepared, I believe, for something of this magnitude.
When asked about the work his department does for the Concho Valley, Chavez says he's blessed.
I'm blessed to be on on 2 departments really, City of San Angelo and out here, that has people that are just willing to step up and jump in and go in when it's needed. We don't ask questions, we just go. You call, we're going to show up and we're going to help to the best of our ability. And that's what makes a volunteer so special, is all it takes is a request, and they're in to do what they can to help the citizens.
In San Angelo, Brandon Lopez, Fox, West Texas.
While lessons were learned and strategies have been changed, the initial response to the disaster and the recovery efforts in the days and weeks that followed highlighted the importance of communication and teamwork among different public safety agencies. Officials say despite the hectic and dangerous situation, agencies across the Concho Valley knew pretty much what to do thanks to pre-planning efforts. And with so many first responders working side by side, pulling together for one common goal, bonds that might not have been as tight at first will now be hard to break.
There's not a whole lot of great stuff, if you will, that comes out of situations like this. But one thing that definitely was highlighted was the development and growth of friendships and professionalism and respect for one another. So I think that is going to make us even better in these terrible situations. And all we can do is plan for the worst and hope for the best. And I think whenever we give the glory to the Lord, because I think a lot of those things happened in that way just by the grace of God. And so thankfully, as we walk through anything in the future, I think those relationships are going to pay huge dividends.
And in the year that's followed the tragic storms, Chief Griffith says the communication and relationships amongst the area's law enforcement and public safety departments has only grown. Residents of San Angelo affected by the catastrophic flooding are also reflecting back on the past year. While much of the cleanup is complete, many survivors say the memories are still fresh. 1 year after floodwaters damaged homes across the city's north side, many have rebuilt, but they haven't forgotten what happened. Survivor James Lumen says he considers himself fortunate. While his home was damaged, it escaped the worst of the flooding that hit many of his neighbors. He says volunteers helped remove damaged drywall and flooring, while FEMA covered thousands of dollars in repairs. Today, Lumen says his home is nearly back to normal, even if stormy weather still brings back difficult memories.
It's hard to believe it's been that long already. And it doesn't even seem like anything's happened now. I'd say I'm back probably a good 95%. I've still got a little bit to go, but I feel very blessed and very fortunate. I get a little anxious when I see the flash flood warnings pop up now. I'm like, I don't want to go through that again. I just get kind of nervous thinking about it, like, oh, I don't want it to flood, get into my house again.